it's Melissa. In this video, we are going to go step by step to get the Brother SP1 Sublimation printer all set up. This is an entry-level sublimation printer, costs under $400 to get started, and it's super easy to set up. So let's do this. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that there is a sheet attached to the top of the printer. So what this sheet says is it has a bunch of steps. Download the Artspira app. I actually already have that on my phone, and I have videos on how to download and install it. So I will show those to you as well and link to them. We are going there we go. Just do it like that. Pretty easy. Just tacked on there. It's pretty aggressively tacked on there. I will say some of that adhesive actually got stuck behind, so we're going to have to deal with that. But this is the sheet. We're definitely going to hold on and save that, okay? So next thing that we want to do, and this has everything on here from literally like how to heat press, how to pressing tips, applying, how to, anyway, you don't need that for the setup. Okay, so we're just going to plug in. I plugged in and I can hear it. There's a message going on up here on this front panel, so let's take a closer look at what that says. Okay, so as you can see, it's telling us exactly what to do. I love it when the printers tell you exactly what to do. It makes them so user-friendly. Okay, so it's just telling us that we need to install the initial ink. So how are we going to do that? So let's just see what it says. Install the ink, insert each ink cartridge, pushing firmly until it clicks. So the ink cartridges go over here just to the right. So we will do that. Okay. And let me open all of these. Now it does say on the packaging to only open the ink when you are about to use it. Okay. So if you watch my unboxing and you were wondering why did I not open it, that is why. Okay, so we've got blue. I'm going to open all of these, and then you do want to make sure that you put them in the correct order. All right, now, before we install them, it is telling us that we need to shake each one. So I am going to, and I'm going to get you a shot so you can see down here better. So black, yellow, blue, magenta. So I'm going to go from right to left or left to right so that I make sure that everything is aligned correctly. So let's just shake the ink. Says it to shake it so it's horizontal 15 times. I don't know. I didn't count exactly, but okay. And then this part here is going to go into the machine. All right. So you're going to go like this. That is not the right spot. And it kind of clicks in there. Okay. To release it, you push this piece down, but we don't need to release it right now. All right. Now yellow. Okay. Insert each ink, pushing firmly until it clicks. We've done that. Close the ink cartridge. Now it's telling us filling the ink. It's filling the ink from the cartridges, okay? It's telling us exactly what it's doing. So it's telling us that it's preparing. So I'm just going to wait a minute. Does it always make you feel better when you hear it like doing something? Okay, I'm going to push next. Preparing the ink. It's going to, and now it's telling me it's going to take 8 minutes. So I'm going to come back when this is done. Okay, so the ink initiation or charging, whatever you want to call it, is finished. And now the screen is telling me that I need to set the date. So it's saying 2024. So I'm going to load the paper. Okay. All right, so you do get some sublimation paper with the printer, which is nice. If you got a bundle, you might get even more. Just note that if you're using the Brother sublimation paper, it's telling you, and this is tricky for all sublimation paper, but it can be difficult to know which side, especially if the back is not printed. It's asking you which side to print on. So this is telling you to keep that the top side up is the printable side. It is also saying, to be sure you are using the printable side, the corner with a cut should be positioned at the bottom right of the tray. So there's going to be a piece that is cut. So let's check this out. Okay, it is ever so slightly cut. Can you see that? So instead of it being that sharp edge, it's cut. Okay, so this is the printable side. The printable side needs to go face down. All right, so we're gonna open up the tray. There we go. Okay, so these are the guides. So these need to go out. Let's see how this works. There's a tab on here that you need to compress to move this. Okay, so just FYI. And then the bottom one. All right, so we will put that like that so you can see. Okay, so remember, this piece here with the cut corner needs to go in the bottom like this. All right, let's get this, slide this all in here. Okay, so our paper is completely in the tray. Okay, so this is not all the way to the bottom. It's up a little bit so that it's flush up here. These are pretty much all the way to the side, and then we can put this back in. This is just a piece so it will hold it for us. All right, and now it says okay. And it's going to print us a test print. Okay, so this is a nozzle check that it printed. If you are not familiar with nozzle checks, they all pretty much look the same. You are looking for no missing nozzles. Yellow is always the hardest to see. This one's perfect. So, all right, now on the front of the screen, it is asking me, what does the print look like? Are there any dotted lines missing? And the answer is no, because what we have here matches what's on here. So I'm gonna click yes. Now it's saying choose the image closest to your print result, and it's asking me to do this for each color. So far this is magenta, cyan, yellow, black. Head nozzles are okay. We don't have to do anything. Now it's telling me it's time to connect the printer to my computer. So I'm going to do that. And it gives me a QR code even. I'm not going to do it on my phone because I don't want to, I'll set up ArtSphere afterwards, but I do want to download the drivers. So I'm going to click OK. Okay, actually before we download the software, because I'm going to connect this wirelessly, I need to set up the settings on the sublimation printer itself. So I'm sure that it's in settings, and yes, we have Wi-Fi direct or we have a network. So let's see what we've got here. Network, find the network. Okay, so it's found my Wi-Fi network. Please don't ask me to put the, oh yeah, okay. The screen is good, but it's small and it's tough to type in big words like my password. I wish you could like a voice command this. I mean, I don't know how any man with big hands would do this. Please work. Yay, okay. All right, so we got that set up. All right, so we'll go back to the home. Okay, now we can set up the computer or the software. Okay, so from the Brothers support page, you will find the drivers and all of the downloads for the SP1 Sublimation printer. So from downloads, we're just going to go over here. I do have a Mac. That is another nice thing about this printer. It is Mac compatible. So I'm going to click OK. And then it is giving me two options. A firmware update, which I don't even, the machine's not even set up yet, so I'm not going to do that yet. And then the full software package is what I want. So I will tell you that I tried to set this up prior to unboxing the printer, and you don't get very far, so I wouldn't even bother doing that. It gives you some notes, which is just not really helpful. Okay. I'm downloading it, and now I have that. So let's open that on my Mac. Again, this is also PC compatible. It will look a little bit different when you're installing the software for the PC, but this is how you're going to do it for Mac as well. Hopefully you're familiar if you have a PC with how to install drivers. Okay, so I am using the wireless LAN. You also, as I said, can you can also use a USB. It does not come with the printer, but any printer cable will work for that. And then, or you can use an Ethernet. All right, so wireless LAN is it for me. It found the printer, so we'll use that. And I'll click next. Okay, so now the printer should be set up. So let's just open a random PNG file and see if we have the drivers. So let's just find, okay, So this is a file. If I go to File, Print, I'm just testing to make sure that the drivers are there. So here's all of these. There it is right here. Okay, so now this is the drivers. These are going to be the settings that you should have. So it's asking you what size you're using. We're just using US letter. Auto rotate, media quality. I never pick auto, flip. Everything, your design for sublimation always needs to be mirrored. Okay, and I have a full set of inks. Let's try to print and see what happens. Okay, so the print is done. It took probably maybe a minute or two to print this. But we just went from completely not set up to installing the inks, having the inks charge. That itself took 8 minutes just to have the inks charge, installing the software, and then printing our first print. And I would say it's probably been less than 30 minutes from when this thing was in the box. So that setup is definitely easy. It is really very fast. And if you're looking for an entry-level sublimation printer that has low upfront cost and low ink cost for later, I don't know how you can argue with this one. It's a really good option. So everything, all of the links for the Brother SP1 Sublimation printer, all of the links for everything else that you will need, which will be like things like more sublimation paper, different types of sublimation blanks. You'll need a heat press to use sublimation transfers. Keep in mind, sublimation, if you're new, it has to go on poly-coated substrates. You can't just take a white cotton shirt and put a sublimation transfer on there. It has to be a polyester shirt, has to be a light color shirt. This, you cannot put this on a dark color shirt. It will not show up. There's no white ink, okay? All right, guys, lots more to come with the Brother Sublimation printer. Make sure that you check out all of the links below. If you're looking for personalized same-day one-on-one support with me for your sublimation printer, or if you are looking to figure out how much cost you're spending in ink and transfers and how to help with pricing, I have a free sublimation pricing calculator, all of that at Silhouette U. So the link for that is also in the link in the description below. See ya.